here's the deal for today. I've got work as per usual, but it's a little bit different in several terms. First off, I'm only there for a group booking to start things off, and it's my sister's school and she's literally a part of it, so it's going to be super duper easy, a little bit weird, but just fine. And then it's time for the shift. Today, I don't know how interesting it's going to be. I'll do my best. It sounds like Bethany, my older sister, is coming home, which is fantastic. I miss her to bits, and it'll be good to see her if I actually get to see her, because frankly, I'm working every single day that she's here, and I don't know how much time I'm going to have to spend with her and have some fun. But yeah, it's time for me to head off and get to work so that I can get the shift done. The sooner the shift's done, the sooner I can get home. The sooner I get home, the sooner I can possibly see Bethany, and the sooner my camera can focus, the sooner this video is better. There you go. So without further ado, I'll see you when I arrive to work. And we've arrived to work finally. Oh, that was actually a pretty decent ride, all things considered, except for the point that it was probably a little too warm, especially considering I was about to leave in a woolen long sleeve top, and I'm like, nope, no deal in swapping to one of those light sport dry thingies. But now that I'm here, it's time for me to get on with the shift, do my job as best as I can, and make my wife feel proud, because as I said, she's coming in today, my sister, and it's going to be a bunch of fun. Hope. I'm just saying that majorly. I'm just kind of fingers crossing and thinking, hey, if I think that, it'll happen. And the shift is thankfully once again completely and utterly done. So glad to have it completely and utterly over. Did enjoy having my younger sister here. Did enjoy helping her and her group out do their thing. As I said, it's glad to have it over. So pretty much today, it's been a year, or give or take a few days, since I left school. An entire 365 days of me living my life and actually trying out the real world. And I gotta say, I have mixed feelings. Now, just to get you acquainted, I never really liked school. Of course, I had some mental problems, I had depression and still have depression, and school never really suited me. And especially during the last few years, my years at college, it just wasn't right. I didn't have fun. I genuinely hated it. And that's not necessarily the school's fault. It may only be my own fault, but I just never liked it. It wasn't my thing. To say nonetheless that I was excited and both terrified of leaving school was an understatement. I did not want to do it at all, and yet I didn't want to stay because, as I said, I hated it. I felt completely and utterly trapped in this place that I couldn't escape. But eventually it was over, it finished, and that kind of leads me to the real world. You know, the point time of life where you have to step away from school, get a job, and do the best that you possibly can. So I did that. I was very lucky to be able to move straight into a job here at Hangdog, where I did my rock climbing stuff. I'd been working here for years, doing all sorts of little odd jobs, you know. Mainly it was voluntary work until 5 or so months before school finished. And I could jump straight onto the shift work and do things around here, and I'm finally working up to 40, sometimes longer hours at work here. I mean, it's been up and down during the year, but it's been interesting. Now, of course, the other day, I went back to school, and it was really interesting. I saw some old friends, some of the younger people that were still there, and I can say one thing, the only thing that I really miss about school are the people. Particularly those few people that I saw, which was kind of cool. It was awesome to see them, and I knew that one of them would most probably miss me. I wasn't sure about the other, but it turned out they did, and it's like, actually, that's really cool. And what can I say about the real world? It's a whole mix of different things. I was genuinely hoping in a year I'd be completely better from this depression thing, but not much has changed. It's just what it is, and I was kind of thinking that next year I'd go into studying, but I'm just going to keep on working. I don't know if I'll ever study, to be honest. I'm going to start looking for work in photography, because that's what I love, that's what I want to do. Well, photography and video, and see how that goes. Life is this interesting thing of choices and decisions and scary, scary moments that it all gets thrown onto you, and you don't have much of a choice, but the more you embrace those challenges, the more you embrace that fear and push on, the better it is going to be. And that has definitely been my challenge for this year. I mean, look at this vlog, 260 almost vlogs, and it's been a challenge. Oh boy, has it been a challenge. It's not been a success. No way. But it has been fun. I've learned so much, and that is the main thing. It's been hard and really difficult, but it's fun. I've learnt, and I'm not stopping here. So yeah, life has changed a lot since I left school, but doesn't mean that school was completely terrible. There were some moments in it that were good, but I can definitely say my life now that school is over is a heck of a lot easier, and I am enjoying it far, far better. So a message for you people that are leaving school: yes, enjoy it. Use the most you can while you have time at school. But just remember, yes, you may be enjoying life at school, but life has so much more to offer to you, and that's something that should be super duper exciting. You don't need to worry too badly about the future. It'll sort itself out. Yeah, you may make some mistakes. Yeah, it may end you up in some terrible places, but life goes on, and you can do it. Trust me.